Hi, it's Mary Kay, and I just want to address an issue. We had a question about not having enough week on two pages for this month, and I want to show you how why that happens and how maybe to deal with it, some different options. So in a week like June, in a month like June, you have exactly 5 weeks worth of pages. And remember that our week on two pages start with Monday. So for instance, it would have been the first 2 weeks, the first 2 days of the month were Friday and Saturday, so they would have gone here, Friday and Saturday. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm not going to keep turning pages because you can imagine, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on until you got to that last month. That last month would have ended with 28, 29, 30, and then you wouldn't have had anything here. And that's one of the solutions to the next month, is you could start July on this day. Because, as you can see, July starts on a Sunday. That means you're not going to have enough of these pages if you did the first here. You would end up without any room for the 30th and the 31st at the end, because you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, and then you'd be without these, or 5 pairs of pages. Then you'd have no place for these. So you have to find a solution for either the 1st or the 30th and 31st. Different solutions. One is that you can put it on that last day of June, or on the first 2 days of August, just depending on what you want to do. I'm always anxious to move into my next month, it seems like, so I would put it on the next month, because when I was setting this up, then I'd be anxious to move into August. But that's kind of up to you whether you want to. It's simple enough to just make it right here, because then you already have it. You can plan ahead for it. It's easy enough to do it that way. That's one option. Another option would be to use a printable. I did not print one out. I apologize. I didn't have time to do that before I filmed, but we have free printables that are in the store. You could print a page there and use it for either the 1st or the 30th and 31st at the beginning or the end. Or if I were still in rings, I would just use this page. So I'd go 2, 3, 4, and I'd just do one here. I'd mark it off with washi, I'd put my date sticker on it, and I would just treat that like it was an extension of this page. You could also do that, obviously, at the end as well on this page, although there's less room here. So again, I would do it with the 1st. So that's 3 solutions. Putting that in the last day of June, putting it on the page that just backs that, or using the printables as an extra page. And there are probably other solutions too. Please feel free to comment them if you wish. But fortunately, this isn't a very common issue, that it only happens when Sunday is the 1st. So it's not a very common issue, doesn't come up very often. And our Daisy Dory, somebody asked me why we don't get more of the week on 2 pages and week on 1 pages when it's a 6-week month. It's because these are printed as a unit, and we can't change them month to month. We can't say, oh, print extra for July but not for June, and so on, because the way these are printed, it's just a straight up kind of print run. The Dory we're able to do the extra pages on, and I don't have one with arms reach, sorry, because Arlie designs that every month from scratch, and so she can just put an extra page that looks like this, the week on stripe pages like this, the sectioned pages. She can just put an extra one there when she's designing it, which takes up the pages from the middle, the blank pages in the middle. So that's why we aren't able to provide you with more, but that's 3 solutions for weeks that begin with Sunday. Thank you. Sorry, months that begin with Sunday.